thank you for your invaluable contribution. So, as it was already said, the Pentola d'Oro Gala is one of the flagship events of the Week of Italian Cuisine. And this year's theme of the week is Italian cuisine, culture, and innovation, which resonates deeply with the spirit of tonight's event. I also think, at least this is my personal feeling, that we can be proud Italian cuisine and above all the industry behind are well renowned respectively for quality and for the extraordinary products that define their excellence. So our government has put forward Italian cuisine for recognition as UNESCO Intangible Cultural Heritage, and the decision is expected this December. So, finger crossed. But cuisine, as you can see from his nomination, is more than just food. It's a bridge between cultures. And this is especially true here in Canada, where more than 1.5 million Canadians trace their roots to Italy. And in this sense, the Pentola d'Oro event is a key component of this ideal bridge. I want to congratulate the Italian Chamber of Commerce Ontario, not just for this annual appointment, but above all for their exceptional contribution in promoting bilateral economic relations. I want to spend some very warm, positive word of recognition, in particular to the Executive Director, Marco Zambon, and his exceptional staff, because they have really introduced a new wave of activism initiatives in an original way, which I have very much appreciated. And of course, congratulations also for Spazio Camera, the new headquarters in the heart of Toronto's Little Italy. The dream from the original vision of Corrado Paina, with the help of generous sponsors and the hard work of many members of the Chamber, is becoming true. Among these members that have so well worked, I want in particular to recognize Carlo Varone and especially Enrico De Pasquale, who was trying to sell me at a certain point that everything was ready, whereas not even the toilet was really working. So thank you anyway for finishing properly the work. And now, positive news for you. Buona Pentola d'Oro 2025. It's the end of my speech.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, let's have a nice round of applause for this amazing event. It's incredible to see the amount of effort that went into this evening tonight. And it's the moment you've all been waiting for, a very special moment as we go down the list and here we are with the recipient of the Italy Canada Award, sponsored by Lavazza. Once again, the recipient of the Italy Canada Award, sponsored by Lavazza. Can we call on Sal Dalla? Once again, big round of applause for Sal Dalla, Vice President of Merchandising at Metro. He is the recipient of the Italy Canada Award for having excelled in business and cultural relationships between Italy and Canada and promoting and developing the Italian food industry in both countries. Congratulations, Sal. Yes.
Well, good evening, everyone, and thank you, grazie mille, for such a warm welcome. First and foremost, I want to thank the ICTO co-president, Pat Pelliccioni, Tony Aldamade, John Porco, of course, Marco, all the board of directors, Unico Primo, and congratulate all the winners here tonight. I want to say how thrilled and honored I am to be selected the recipient of the Italy Canada Award. To be recognized by community and an organization that that does so much to celebrate Italian excellence in Canada. That means more to me than words can express. Thank you to Metro, my workplace, for giving me the opportunity to do this meaningful work. And I know that I mentioned this a few of you earlier today, but I have to come to work with 3 Bento Gold winners. Carmen Portino, thank you for your support. Paul Robbie, thank you for your support. Joe Fusco, thanks for your support. I am proud to be Italian. I was born there. I am proud to be Canadian. I was raised here. 2 cultures, 2 homes, 1 heart. Everything I've achieved in life has come from the blend of those 2 identities, the passion and tradition of Italy, and the opportunity and openness of Canada. You see, I came to Canada when I was about 10 years old. At that age, everything felt big. The country, the language, even the snow. But what I remember most is how my parents worked so hard to make sure that while we were adapting to a new country, we never lost our roots and our sense of community that came back from home in Calabria. When my family came to Canada, we brought with us more than just luggages. We came with our traditions, our values, and our deep love for food. And of course, a few essential skills. Making homemade tomato sauce, of course, salami, and our famous roasted red peppers. Those peppers became such a neighborhood legend that the city of Toronto actually named the laneway Pepperonata Lane. My dad was so proud of it. He said, in Italy, we had a little restaurant in the piazza. In Canada, we have a whole lane. My dad's restaurant back in Calabria sat right in the middle of the town piazza. Not too far from Rupea, serving customers plates of pasta, glasses of wine, and a few laughs. But behind every good man, there's a great woman. My mom couldn't be here tonight. Her health doesn't allow her to travel anymore. But I know she's watching proudly. She's a strong, passionate woman, a true forward thinker, especially for someone from a small Italian town. She was deeply faithful, yet so modern, always ahead of her time. In fact, I swear she also was ahead of technology. I'm convinced she had GPS on her slipper. She could pick me up from a mile away. But all kidding aside, she was and is an incredible woman. Her strength, her compassion, and her independence taught me as much about leadership as any business book ever could. And of course, everything I do with family in mind. I'm lucky enough to have some of the best people in the world sitting here tonight. I'll start with my brothers, Bruno with his wife Celia, who have run their own successful business in pharmacy for over 36 years. Francesco with his partner Ashley and her beautiful daughter Ophelia. Francesco, the artist of the family, turns even a cup of espresso into a masterpiece. And Carmelo, who couldn't be here tonight, the only Canadian born in the group, working in film production industry. Proof that creativity definitely runs the family. My sister Maria, she's here tonight. She is the psychotherapist and keeps us in check every day. And Rosa, with her partner Aggie, carried on our family culinary tradition when they ran an authentic Italian restaurant. Rosa and Aggie earned acclaim for their food, especially their Osso Buco, which was named Best in the City by the Toronto Star. And they were also featured on You Gotta Eat Here, proving once again that in our family, You Gotta Eat Here isn't just a show title, it's a way of life. And then the next generation, my kids, who make me so proud. Julia, who's a talented scriptwriter and an event planner. who somehow manages to organize everything and everyone. She's here tonight with her wonderful fiancé, Patrick, and I couldn't be happier for them both. Andrew, my son in finance, the numbers guy, who somehow makes sense of things I really can't. And his fiancée, Victoria, who's also here tonight. Together, they make such a wonderful couple, and I'm so proud of them both. Daniel, our permanent lawyer. You know, people always joke about having a lawyer in the family, and I say, thank God ours is a permanent one. And I'll leave it at that. And of course, my godchild and nephew Nicholas, his lovely wife Nicole, along with my beautiful niece Sabina, with her boyfriend Ozan. I'm so proud of the wonderful young adults you all have become. It's inspiring to see how each generation carries forward the same values of family, hard work, and a little bit of that Italian passion. I'm so grateful that you're here tonight. Thank you. And finally, the person who makes everything possible, my beautiful wife, Paula. She is smart, intelligent, and the glue that holds it all together. She spends her days managing complex IT projects at a major bank, and the rest of her time keeping her family running, which, let's face it, is no small feat. I couldn't do any of this without her strength, her love, and her endless patience. But when I think about this award and what it represents, the connection between Italy and Canada, I realize it's exactly what my parents dreamed of when they first came here. To share a piece of who they are, our flavors, our tradition, to build something meaningful. Working with the vendor community, many of whom are here tonight, so thank you for your support. Helping new Italian food companies take root in Canada has been one of the greatest joys of my career. Because every jar, every product, every story carries the same spirit. The spirit of family, of courage, of taking a chance on something you believe. This Italy Canada Award isn't mine. It belongs to my incredible team at Metro and Food Basics, and the vendors who pour their hearts into every product they bring to market. It belongs to my family for their love and support, especially my parents, who taught me that success isn't about who you are. It's about who you are and who you share it with. May we continue to celebrate not only the Italian food, but the Italian spirit of family, friendship, and flavor. In poche parole e in questo piccolo lavoro, voglio ringraziarvi per tutto e confermare ancora una volta che mai mi servo da voi, respingendo ogni tensione anche il più grande. Questa è la storia di due parti uniti da un solo cuore, Italia e Canada, che insieme con la famiglia, il lavoro e la passione siamo qui insieme. Grazie.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Sal Gatley, presenting the award for the Italy Canada Award, Andrea Caramello, Senior Vice President of Lavazza North America. Once again, congratulations to Mr. Sal Gatley. Give it up once again. Excellent. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your participation in this. We're going to proceed with the next big award, the Bonissimo Award, sponsored by Fortinos. This award recognizes a company who promotes made-in-Italy authenticity and uniqueness in the gastronomic world. This year's winner is the Castro Gran Pasticceria. A round of applause. They were founded in 1999 by Enrico De Castro, a bakery dedicated to crafting authentic Italian pastries using pure natural ingredients and traditional sourdough methods. Her commitment to quality has earned them international acclaim, and it's with great honor to have them here tonight accepting this award, Canada into 2024. I would like to call up to the stage Mr. Antonio Portado, franchisee owner of Fortinos, who will be presenting the Castro Gran Pasticceria with the Bonissimo Award.
Buonasera a tutti, è un onore per me essere qui, grazie di cuore. Good evening everyone. It is a great honor for me to be here tonight. First of all, I want to thank you, the Italian Chambers of Commerce of Ontario, for this very special honor. Receiving me in a country that welcomed me and where I am building my future with my family means so much to me. I also want to thank you for Fortinos, the sponsor of this award, for supporting Italian quality products made with passion. Your support is very important and La Casa Gran Pasticceria was born from a simple but strong idea to bring real Italian pastry, and especially real Italian cannoli, here to Canada, made with time, care, and natural sourdough. We import all the ingredients from Italy, except butter, sugar, and eggs. To make exactly the same panettone and the same cakes, we would make at home, but even fresher, because we make them here every day. The journey has not always been easy, I assure you. But every step, every night in the laboratory, every panettone and every cake made with passion has brought us to this beautiful moment. I want to share this award with all the people who believe in our work. With my family, first of all with my wife, Laura, who is my strength and honor. With our team, who put care and dedication into every production, and with the clients and partners who choose to support us and believe in the quality of our products. For us, the recognition is not a hand, it's an encouragement to continue to grow and to represent Italian tradition in the best way here in Canada. Thank you very much for this honor. It is a moment I will always carry with me. Thank you, everyone. Grazie mille per il mio onore.
Once again, the next round of applause, please. Excellent. All right, before we proceed, we'd like to move along to the next presentation. This is the Marchio Ospitalità Italiana recognition. Our main course will be served very shortly, right after this, before we announce and pronounce the winner. We have a group of 8 to be exact. ICCO Canada has visited several restaurants as part of the initiative, in part of the second annual Marchio Ospitalità Italiana. the recognition to these select restaurants and acknowledgement of their commitment to Italian experience. I would like to ask the following to come up on stage, starting with Cucina 360 from Windsor, Giro d'Italia Ristorante in Vaughan, Fratelli Molinaro in Bolton, Montepasto Ristorante in Vaughan, and of course, certainly not least, Terroni Adelaide, Terroni Price, Terroni Sterling, and Suforno Templates. If you could make your way up on stage, congratulations on order, excellent.
Oh, you give me a one.
Once again, I'd like to remind you for authentic Italian cuisine, be sure to visit and enjoy the wonderful meals that these places have to offer. The Ospitalità Italiana in honor, once again, of Cucina 360, Giro Italiano, Giro d'Italia, Fratelli Molinaro, Antipasto Ristorante, Terroni Adelaide, Price Sterling, and Suforno. Congratulations. A nice round of applause.
Can anyone go with my phone? Para foto, por favor.
Once again, while we wait for our main course to be served, I'd like to remind you of all the amazing prizes and raffles that we have going on here tonight. First and foremost, the Chef Delfino. They are doing an exclusive raffle for your wine. 192 in circulation only in Canada.
Thank you so much.
The second auction is outside by the Delfino booth. The first 5 will be bidding our second auction for the 5 bottles. Also, the smack kettle. You can also find that in the centerpiece, the envelope in the center. You will find the auction, second auction beginning on 150 for that. Also, the Air Canada round trip business class to Italy. And the Rutgers tickets. 3 sets, and those tickets for the Rutgers game are courtesy of Masters Insurance.
Beautiful. Congratulations. It's amazing. Wow, 4. Beautiful. Wow. You guys got 4. We got 4. Beautiful. I wonder where you guys from? Oh, Tony. Oh,
Ladies and gentlemen, this time I would like to call upon before the main course here tonight. In celebration and great achievements, it's my pleasure to call on stage Executive Director of the ICCO Canada, Marco Zappone. Marco, dov'è? Buonasera.
Grazie a tutti. Grazie a tutti per essere qui questa sera a celebrare la 13ª edizione di Unico Primo Mendoza. I want to say thank you for the sponsor, the people that have the vision like John. Thank you for believing in us and for being part of this special America. For everyone that has a vision, we also need somebody that move the world and bring the world forward. So I want to thank my team. I know Ilaria is getting hiding, but it's thanks to them that this night happened. My name is Marcos Zamora, and today is a very special moment for me. It makes my first year as executive director with the Italian Chamber, and I'm very proud of that. It was the vision of my president, of the board, now is for me to do the job. And I think we're doing a great job. We're helping a lot Italian companies moving to the Canadian market. And for the first time, I see that a lot of Canadian companies going to Italy. And this is thanks to our help. We did exactly many projects this year, many missions to Italy, and most of everything we complete Spazio Camera, a new home for our community. From Corrado Vision to the work of Enrico, named many times tonight, I want to thank you again, Enrico, and the support of the entire community that is here tonight. Now we have a space for Italy and Canada to make business. This year has been an extraordinary year for many reasons, and I want to congratulate few companies. I want to congratulate my friend Omar Zausa from Ferrero for the investment that they did in this country, 445 million in the Bradford facility, creating 500 jobs. Not only, it wasn't enough, they also went and bought Kellogg's. So now my dream just improved, and I can have one day Nutella Kellogg's. I want to congratulate Andriani for opening his first production plant here in London and bringing healthy, high-quality food to the North American market. I also want to congratulate Smile. So look at the centerpiece that you have on the table is just a piece of art. So Smile means Smalterie Metallurgiche Emiliane Guastella. It's Italian, it's beautiful, and it's an icon for our bakery. So congratulations to SMAC for opening a new visionary space for that product of women and young. I also want to congratulate Italy to open another space at the Eco Center. They really love Corona, they're growing, they keep growing. And also the Castro, a new space, and many more new Italian restaurants investing here. So tonight we celebrate the winners and all of you to make this great achievement. Now I want to take everybody back to Italy to honor a company who's dedicated to quality, innovation, and a long-term vision has defined success for over 130 years. In 1895, in Torino, an Italian man named Luigi bought a small shop called Paisa Olivero. His vision has grown over 4 generations, from a family business into one of the most respected and recognizable names of the worldwide. Today is the 4th largest coffee company in the world, operating in more than 140 markets. In Canada,
plays an especially important role in this global story and this company international group. The recent year, Lavazza has made significant strides in Canada, increasing its presence, growing its visibility, and building meaningful connection with consumers across country. Much of this success has been made from another person that I truly respect. I feel that we all need to do that. And a leader that is Andrea Caramello. Andrea is head of Canada and senior vice president in North America, who has guided the business to some of the sites achieved in the recent year. For this reason, and in recognition of this milestone year, it's our honor to present this plaque celebrating the Lavazza year history and its continuing part here in Canada and all over the world. Thank you, Andrea, and your passport.
Once again, release some applause over Marco Zabon. Once again, we welcome back to the stage Andrea Caramello from Lavazza.
Thank you so much, Marco, for your very kind words, and thank you, Iko, for this amazing recognition. I'm very grateful to accept this on behalf of Lavazza. As far as the Canadian merits, they don't go to me, but they go to an amazing team. They really do the hard work every day, and most of all, they put up with me every day. At Lavazza, we are indeed very proud of our history and our journey. They started in Via San Tommaso 10 in Torino in 1895. Just to picture what Italy was like in those days, imagine it was not even yet a republic. We had a king at the time, Umberto I. Italy was still a monarchy. There were no cars in the street. There was no electricity and running water in most of the houses. So the heavy lifting that was done by the young Luigi Lavazza at the time is nothing compared to the efforts that we do today. And we are very proud and unique for building the next 130 years of history of Lavazza. Thank you very much.
Once again, release some applause over Andrea Marco. We will take this opportunity to thank everyone that was part of this. We'd like to remind you when people are on the stage to show your respect, of course, that they're giving their speeches. Before we proceed, main course will be served shortly. Like Marco mentioned, the snack kettle that is in the middle of the dinner table, the centerpiece, we are giving it away as an auction, separate auction, $150. There's an envelope in the center of the dinner table, I believe underneath the box or the snack kettle. $150 is the beginning auction. Please just don't forget the proceeds for that obviously go to a good cause. And any donation, any bid, any auction of any of the items here tonight obviously go, proceeds go to the Yellow Brick Charity, of course. Speaking of charities, a shout out to Sparky in the house. Main course is served, don't forget, you can get your raffle tickets for this snack and everything else also on the dinner table. We have volunteers going around with raffle tickets if you'd like to purchase. Once again, main course is served. One of the
Sì, grazie molto per questa generosità che abbiamo qui oggi. Sono tanto contento per questo premio, però più di questo è tutta la famiglia qui, non solamente la famiglia di lavoro, però la famiglia di parenti, i fratelli, le sorelle, sono tutti qui stasera. È una causa tanto speciale, non solamente per me, ma per tutti che siamo qui stasera. So, grazie molto per questo onore.
Batte un solo cuore per 2 nazioni.
Sì, 2 nazioni, siamo solo cuore, perché era nato a Calabria e quando arrivavo qui era 10 anni e la connessione di Canada e Italia era tanto diverso, però con il cuore italiano, con il cuore canadese facciamo questa meravigliosa cosa qui stasera. Però è più di una cosa, è tanta speciale stasera perché siamo tutti insieme qui.
In English, if you want, something about your story of family story.
Yeah, my family story is one that I'm very passionate about. One that, we came here with very little. We all had a dream, and that dream was to do something in Canada that was meaningful. You look at the success that my family's had, from artists to business owners to people that run restaurants. This is just my immediate family. So we really attribute that to my mom and dad and the hard work that they put in when they first came here to Canada. They came here with nothing, right? They came here with nothing and they built a wonderful family, but also they built something that's meaningful, something that's sustainable, something that doesn't go away overnight. And that's where the passion of Italy comes in, and the passion of what we are, what we do, and how we go to work every day with that passion, not only to support Italian companies that we deal with every day, but also the wonderful product that Italy produces, that we give an opportunity for Canadians to try.
And the value of your parents.
Yeah, the value, it is emotional because my mom couldn't be here tonight. She just not well enough to travel, but she was and is the most passionate Italian that I've ever seen. She was modern, she was faith, she was motivating. I attribute a lot of my success to my mom. A lot of Italian men talk about their dads, and my dad did a wonderful job, but my mom was the one that really put it all together. My mom was the one that set the standard in the house, and she was the one that was so far ahead of everything. And it put us that much further ahead of everyone as well. So,
Congratulations.
thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, Paul. How come you don't introduce us like that?
Andrea, qui Lavazza, un marco importante, il caffè è l'abitudine di tutti gli italiani e non solo in Italia ma anche nel mondo. Lavazza.
Certo, ci fa piacere seguire la cultura italiana, le abitudini dei nostri concittadini e portargli quel piccolo piacere quotidiano che è il nostro caffè.
E poi devo dire che Lavazza è anche per chi il caffè lo apprezza, lo vuole, ma lo vuole anche decaffeinato.
Certamente, il caffè decaffeinato fa parte della nostra cultura, ci sono persone sensibili, molto sensibili alla caffeina, per cui è un piacere poter soddisfare anche il loro piacere di una tazza di caffè.
Il mercato italo-canadese, quale tipo di miscela preferisce?
Dunque, il mercato canadese del caffè è estremamente sofisticato, anche perché il Canada, sappiamo benissimo, è un melting pot di tante culture e ci sono tante abitudini culinarie molto diverse, per cui anche col caffè, grazie alle tante miscele che la Lavazza offre, riusciamo ad assecondare i gusti delle persone indipendentemente da una preferenza specifica.
Un marchio italiano che diciamo, valorizza anche gli italo-canadesi, l'Italia in Canada, l'Italia oltreoceano.
Certo, ci piace portare un pezzo di cultura qua in Canada e far sentire al Canada la vicinanza del nostro paese, delle nostre origini e dei nostri sapori.
Un riconoscimento questa sera da parte della Camera di Commercio di Toronto.
Siamo davvero onorati per questo riconoscimento, per la nostra storia e le nostre origini. 130 anni sono un traguardo importante, per noi non solo un punto di arrivo ma un punto di passaggio, perché guardiamo di già ai prossimi 130 anni di storia.
E voi avete anche uno spazio nello spazio area di ICCO.
Sì, certamente abbiamo un piccolo spazio dove facciamo degustare il nostro caffè.
E allora vi verremo a trovare dove?
Allo spazio camera di ICCO e al nostro Toronto Training Center, dove siete sempre benvenuti. Grazie mille.